We're alive.
And I'm sorry, I don't know anything about you because Stuart doesn't really ever give me any information, really.
Yeah, well, I don't think I've given him a ton of information either, so it'll be a surprise for everyone.
I have your podcast downloaded. I haven't
Oh,
gotten.
you did? Oh, okay. Well, I hope it's not one of the. See, I can never remember what we've talked about, so I don't remember if this past one was any good or not. So it's or if we said anything completely crazy or what.
Gotcha. Retweet already. So how do you want to be introduced?
Just Andrew Green. That's fine. Or I don't. It doesn't. I don't really. It's all the same to me.
Okay. I mean, some people don't like to use their real names, or.
Well, I mean, no, I'm fine with using my real name. I'm Totoro on the boards over at Geekbox, but it doesn't really matter to me.
Alrighty. I mean, about right now, it's like you don't. I mean, it's really weird. People don't like to use their real names like now, where it's posted like everywhere now.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, like we were trying to get into the swing of using not our forum handles on the All Talk podcast, and it got weird because the fact that one of the guys is a teacher, so and he was kind of in between things at the time. He's definitely trying to make any kind of impression be a good one. And he has a really unique name. So even when we were using there was probably a stretch of about maybe 7 or 8 episodes when we were about 30 in or so where we were trying to use real names, and he used even a fake one because he's not. He wasn't. His parents were not native, or were not. His parents were from Japan, so he has a Japanese name, but then he has another one that he picked up. That's an English name. I was trying to think of exactly how to say that. It can be a little weird sometimes.
Yeah, I've kind of gotten used to the fact that, you know what, with a name like Casual Terror out there on the internet, I'm never going into politics.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll never happen now, which is fine.
Yeah, and it's just like, we decided. When did we decide, Stuart, to really use our names?
Day one.
Did we? Yeah, we did. Just because we don't want to really get. I mean, and I still found this problem because, like, for instance, my gamer tag on Xbox used to be Poetic Soul, and everyone knew me by that. And when I felt like, this really doesn't describe me much, or I don't really fit into this anymore because I've grown, so I'm gonna change it. And everyone still, for the longest time, kept calling me by that, and so yeah. But yeah, I'm ready.
I'm good to go.
Welcome to episode 189 of the Geeks for the Win podcast, the tech and gaming podcast from thegeeksforthewin.com, where we cover all things geeky. I'm your host, William McDonald, and I'm joined with my co-host, Stuart.
Known across the internet as Casual Terror.
And we have a very special guest. We have Andrew Green.
How's it going?
Well, I was talking to you right before, like, few minutes ago, saying I didn't really know anything about you because Stuart hadn't really told me anything, but
I can tell you his Twitter name.
Which means you can also inform the world about my PSN ID. So
okay.
I'm not very creative sometimes.
Alrighty, but why don't you give a short description about yourself? Let our audience know a little about you, like, and about your podcast, and
Sure, definitely. Yeah. I'm involved in a podcast with the Geekbox community, which is kind of an offshoot from anyone who's familiar with OneUp.com. Ryan Scott there, after the One Apocalypse, took off and created his own community and does his own podcast called The Geek Box, and a bunch of us kind of followed around a little bit and joined that community there. And then maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, probably getting close to 3 years ago now, I can't believe it, but we started our own podcast called the All Talk Podcast, where we talk about all the things and do, just games, TV, movies, all that stuff. And we have a weekly movie box thing where we usually we try to watch good movies, but a lot of times they end up pretty terrible, but we bear through it and watch them regardless. But that's the primer.
Okay, sounds yeah. Saying 3 years, wow. Yeah, I was thinking the other day, this is our 5th year.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like that, does it, Stuart?
Nope.
But actually, in some cases, it seems even longer because we've had co-hosts leave and come, and
I'm
surprised. I'm surprised you and me have stuck around this long.
Yeah. There.
Although there have been times. No.
Yeah, so I was gonna say there were like that. There's a couple 3-month stretch is a couple years for we just didn't do anything.
And there was one part where I was like, yeah, I'm gonna quit. And then like the next week, I'm like, no, I thought about it. I don't want to quit.
Yeah, yeah, scared me to death when I said that. I was like, oh no, what am I gonna do? He has all the passwords.
Edit this podcast and manage the site and
Oh man,
do all the hard stuff. But yeah. I guess we can get into what we've been doing. Andrew, as our guest, have you been doing anything worthwhile? Anything?
I've been trying to catch back up on a lot of stuff that came out since the PS4 launch. 9 months ago now, almost 10. But been playing through a lot of that stuff, and just this week finished up Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag for the first time. That was actually the first Assassin's Creed game that I had played and finished. I'd played a little bit of the first one, but this is the first time that I really dug into one, and that was actually, I was kind of surprised because I had heard a lot of people talk about how good it was, but never really dug into it myself and done anything. But I was pleasantly surprised with how good it was.
Yeah, I keep hearing it's good. It's the only one of the series I have not played, but.
Well, between the two of us, then we've got them all.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's been pretty much it for me. I mean, I've not. I'm waiting on. I do a lot of games through GameFly, so I think sitting in my mailbox right now is Murdered Soul Suspect. So I'm thinking
that looks good.
I've looked at that.
I remember seeing it demoed when I was out at PAX Prime last year. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go this year, but I saw that and I want to play it. It kind of, I think it's going to fill a little bit of that void that I want from like a Quantic Dream game, like something like a Heavy Rain or something like that. But that's what I want, and I've looked around a little bit. It looks like this is only going to be about like 6 hours worth of game, but I'm going to try to enjoy it nonetheless. But I'm sure that's going to be this weekend for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've looked at that one myself. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I almost picked that up for the Xbox One, and then I saw it was on Steam, and I'm like, I'll wait for a Steam sale.
I'll get it for 25 cents.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Stuart, what about you?
I've been playing Smite. I don't like MOBAs. I don't like Dota, even though I forced William to play Dota with me one time.
Oh God, that was
And got yelled at by a Korean.
Oh yeah, that was a bad experience.
Yeah, I don't like Dota. I don't like League of Legends. I was okay with Monday Night Combat. Like, I actually did get into that a bit. But I've been playing Smite, which is... It's not over the top, it's behind the back, a lot like Monday Night Combat was, which I think that's the breaking now. Whether it's over the top or behind the back, I think that's what does it for me. Because it tends not to be mouse controls, which is what always fumbles me up. It's keyboard and mouse. You actually do use the keyboard to move, which I don't like about Dota, that you cannot do that effectively.
Yeah.
But Smite is, it's a MOBA where the characters are mythological gods. You got Thor, Odin, Zeus, Hercules, Ra, a bunch of other ones I cannot pronounce because they're Japanese or Chinese. So, yeah, it's all the myths, which is pretty cool.
Okay, and this is free to play.
This is free to play
What's
on PC.
the free to play thing? Like, do you have to buy the characters?
Yes.
Do you have to? Okay, so.
Yes, but you do get as you do matches, you get gems, and that's you get enough gems, you can buy gods. But there's a good selection of gods, and only like 4 or 5 actually rotate. So like my man Thor is permanent. He's always selectable.
Okay.
That is also coming to the Xbox One, which I really look forward to. And I've also been playing Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. Because William won't stop talking about it.
It's so fun.
There was a free weekend on PC, so I played a couple matches, and it was laggy as hell.
That's
It was
unfortunate.
pretty much not playable.
That's unfortunate. Oh, I'm sad now. When I saw the show notes, I was so excited to get your impressions, and you really.
It's laggy. That's my impression.
You weren't able to have impressions because it wasn't working right.
Yeah. So, if it ever goes on sale on the Xbox, I'll pick it up and we can play.
Well, Stewart, it is on sale.
I was gonna say,
With your EA access, you have 90. It's 10% off.
I
So, so it is on sale technically.
Technically, it's on sale.
Technically.
That's now permanently. For the next year, it'll be 10% off for me.
well, wasn't it on sale for like half off recently or something? I thought I heard that on a couple podcasts or something.
I think it was. So, yeah. But yeah, Stuart, I'm expecting maybe it to. I mean, eventually it's got to come in the EA Vault thing. I would think because
Yeah.
I mean, it's sold pretty well, so a lot of people have bought it, and it also has that free to play aspect of it where you can buy the coins to buy the packs and stuff like that. So they can put that in their vault, but then yet they can still make money off of it.
Yeah.
Because some people will be like, well, I'm new to this. I want, all those cool characters. I'll pay $5 to get, this much since I already got the game for free. I'm still spending less than I would have. So yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe for Extra Life.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's kind of all I've been playing, other than you and I played something together.
Yeah, we played we finally played your Minecraft mod. You've been wanting to play for
Since May.
remember. Yeah.
That I found out. I first told you about this in May. It's called Pixelmon, which basically takes all the all the creatures and characters out of Minecraft and replaces them with Pokemon.
Wow, that sounds pretty cool.
It is. I enjoy it.
But they're still, it's like Pokemon, but still with Minecraft elements.
It's still Minecraft.
Yeah.
You know, you still gotta punch wood and dig mines and all that.
You've got to find. You got a lot of. We did some videos on it. A lot of it was us trying to find like, iron and all kinds of stuff to make the Pokeball, so we could actually capture
So we can play the
Pokemon.
game, yeah.
And then at the end, Stuart, you just spawn in like.
I just cheated.
Yeah, you just
really
cheated at
cool
the
stuff.
end.
Yeah.
And you even got on to me about when I was like, why didn't we play? Why aren't we in creative mode where we can just make Pokeballs? And you're like,
It's
well,
not
that's
fun that
cheating.
way. Oh, let me just spawn in Mew. Okay, let's just do this.
So yeah, that's pretty fun. I definitely want to hit that up again. And I'm curious about other mods like. And
I can open you the door to Minecraft mods.
Especially, did you hear about I guess someone created a hard drive and.
That's vanilla. That's not no mods at all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm saying they actually created a 1 kilobyte hard drive and Minecraft using redstone and.
My computer I think would
Pistons.
crash. I think, and I've got a beast of a machine, or it was 2 years ago, but yeah, that actually kind of reminds me of like back when like Minecraft kind of first came out. People were creating, a working calculator in Minecraft, and
I remember that. Yeah, that was
guys are
impressive.
still doing these amazing things are still happening in Minecraft, and that's awesome because I love Minecraft.
Yeah. But besides that, I've really just been addicted to Pinball FX since it's come out on the Xbox One, and unfortunately there are like no tables that I have yet from the 360 that they have released on the Xbox One. So I've had to buy some tables, but they were tables I was going to buy anyways, like Deadpool and Guardians of the Galaxy.
They're also like $4. I'm like, that's kind of what stops me. I'm like, they're kind of expensive.
They're not $4. They're like $2.99, $3.
$3. Sorry, my bad. It's
Hey,
still a
that's-
bit more.
25% cheaper. And you can do what I did, which I actually bought it on the 360, and since they carry over to the Xbox One, so I actually got both versions for the same price. So I can play it, if God forbid something ever happens to my Xbox One, I have my 360 I can play. But yeah, they're pretty fun. I've come to the realization that I cannot play Guardians of the Galaxy that table with the sound on because it's horrible. It's like they've rehashed some of the movie quotes in horrible ways. Like for instance, Gamora's like, oh, we can't go back for your music, and he's like, there's always time for 1970s #1 pop charts or whatever, something like that, and it is just like,
And that's
okay.
repeated every 2 minutes.
Oh god, stuff like that, and yeah, it's just like, it's really bad. Like, I guess they I don't know, knew some of the stuff that was going to be in the movie. I actually don't know if this came out before or after the movie, the table, but it's just it's horrible. It really is. So yeah, it's fun table though. It's fun, but I just have to I have to listen to something else, like a podcast or some music or something. So, which that's what I do most of the time, anyways, with something like that, because But that no, can't. But Captain America one's pretty cool because it, for the most part, it looks kind of old timey. Looks almost like an old time pinball machine from, I don't know how old pinball machines are, but
Old.
Doesn't look as as complex as say like the Guardians of the Galaxy one or stuff like that. And the craziest thing, I don't know if this happened in the other pinball stuff and the other tables, but there are like mini pinballs inside the pinballs. Like, you'll get a ball trapped in somewhere and then it'll go to an entirely new screen. Like in the Guardians of the Galaxy, there would be like this separate little like side game thing that's a different pinball that'll be like Gamora versus Nebula, and it's weird.
Yeah, the free table that it comes with does that too. Yeah, when that came up, I'm like, what the hell just happened?
It's cool though.
Okay.
I like it. It definitely adds complexity to it, but yeah, it's pretty fun. I've managed to not that many people have it on my friends list, but Lefty Brown
it's hidden, and you have to actually know it's there.
Well, yeah, but Lefty Brown from the Married Gamers has it, and I've at least passed his score, I think, on Captain America, at least. So I'm happy about that. I'm at least better than some, I'm at least top of my friends list on one thing for once. But
you obviously don't have Harold on your friends list.
I don't know.
Actually, I don't think he has a 1.
I wouldn't expect him to. Yeah.
But he had, on the 360.
I know
he's
the one who introduced that to us. Yeah, back then. So. But yeah. So that's about it for me. I guess it's time for news topics.
All right. Let's start with Andrew. Do you have any?
I'm a bad guest. I did not prepare any news topics.
That's fine. That's fine. Usually we don't come with anything either.
Well, yeah,
it's happened sometimes.
Usually, our preparation is usually looking through Joystick and Gadget, Kotaku, like in the 15 minutes beforehand. So that's usually our preparation. Or, well, for the big events like for Gamescom and E3 and that kind of stuff, we'll usually come in with a little bit more of a topic list, but that's not usually something that it's seeing the show notes for this was a little intimidating.
This is actually really prepared for us.
Oh, okay. Well,
no, I mean we have a Google Docs. We updated it. We changed the number of it every week, and throughout the week we just add whatever we want to talk about, just so we remember. I mean,
pretty much, yeah.
And we put the link in just for people listening if they want to. So yeah, I mean, it looks impressive, but it's really
it's really not.
It's mostly just so we remember what we want to talk about, and
Yeah.
But Stuart.
Well, a new app came out on the Xbox One called Red X, and I'm not talking about the DC superhero. No, this is Reddit on the Xbox One, which it's decent. I know some people on Reddit absolutely love it, but I think it's
people
okay.
Probably hate it though, right?
I don't see a lot of hate.
It is Reddit after all.
Yeah. I don't see a whole lot of hate, even that it is the Xbox One. I don't see a lot of hate.
Well, I mean, if there's any change to anything, Reddit's like the main source of hate. At least that's what I've
only
come
in the
to
dark
hear
places.
So. Okay.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's not something I would typically use. I mean, you can watch TV and snap Reddit on the side, and just scroll through. That's not something I would do, but some people would.
Okay. Yeah, I'm afraid of Reddit. I really am.
I know.
I could see that being.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say I could see that being really interesting if you're in one of the sports Reddits or subreddits like RNFL or MLB.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that could be cool.
Thread. Yeah. Have a game thread snapped up rather than sitting there with your laptop on your lap or on your chair or whatever. I could see that being actually really neat.
Yeah.
I didn't never thought of that. I'm gonna probably do that when NBA season starts now. Thank you for that idea.
Yeah. No. Well,
Yeah, I would never thought of that either. I'm not a sports guy.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that because I was watching Hard Knocks the other day and watching that through and had the Reddit thread for that up at the same time, and then that's always a good time.
Ready.
There's a way to use it that I will never do because I'm not sports.
Well, you watch what? You watch soccer sometimes?
I do,
right?
yeah, from time to time. So there's that.
But you're not that interested in soccer.
I've thought about following the Premier League, but I haven't. There's no team like that I like, because I got to pick somebody I don't know from some other place I don't know. So like there's no. I mean there is an Indiana soccer team, which I have been to their games.
Oh, are you actually in Indiana?
Yes.
Holy crap! I'm from Anderson.
Oh really?
So yeah, that's kind of weird. I live outside of Louisville now. So yeah, the Indy 11.
Yes.
So how in the world can you possibly be from Indiana and not like love basketball? I just
well, I mean, right now it's a touchy subject.
it's easy, yeah.
It's very. And Stuart has no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, it's I remember that being a big thing. So I don't mean to just derail everything. So
I'm from Newcastle, by the way.
oh well
So right next door.
Yeah, right next door. But that's like a long-standing rivalry between Anderson and Newcastle.
Yeah.
You'll find out what's
Especially
which suburb of Indianapolis is going to be the king of Turd Mountain or something. Anyway, sorry.
Yes, and there are achievements or
Of course,
challenges. I think that's what they're called, challenges on non-game apps.
I think there are still achievements, but they're just like 0-point achievements.
Yeah,
Challenges are separate, aren't they? Aren't they for like
that's like YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or are they still achievements?
I think
don't
those
know.
are challenges are the ones where it's like when a game comes out, like say Diablo, it'll be like complete this, crazy boss in the first, 2 weeks, and it'd be like super hardcore challenge or something like that, stuff like that. They'll be like, they're supposed to be like things that the developers can put in, after, they don't have like, achievement points value to them, but they're challenges to do, I guess, and they're like, they're time sensitive. Some of them are, so they're like kind of more, higher up of bragging rights.
Yeah.
If you care about that.
Something pops up, I'm like, ooh, yay, shiny.
Yeah. Love that noise.
But the images for the achievements is actually Larry Herb doing a lot of the famous Reddit memes, which is actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
Which is actually really funny. So, the only thing missing is good guy Greg doesn't have a cigarette in his mouth. But yeah, that's a thing.
Okay.
Facebook, because we all love Facebook, is going to start labeling The Onion, really, as satire, letting people know this is not real. Which I've always found hilarious, the people who are just fooled by The Onion.
Well, I can see people being fooled by The Onion, like, someone like maybe our parents, or, if they saw, like, in Facebook something that someone retweeted or reposted because they thought it was funny, they could maybe think real or something, who doesn't really go in the interwebs. Like my mom, her, like, the most she ever does is, go on, like, some gossip sites maybe, and then she just uses like Hulu and stuff like that, so she doesn't really know anything about any websites.
Well, I mean, nation's third graders now eating at a ninth grade level. I'm. That was like a week ago, and
Well,
it's actually in the article here. But yeah, it's some of the stuff's like really, you fell for that. Like I think the funniest one that I think the most people surprisingly fell for was, airlines are now going to charge more for pressurized cabins. and people got really upset about this. I'm like, oh my god. Oh, but I find it hilarious whenever those people pop up. And now that's going to happen less. It'll still happen, but it'll happen less now.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Okay.
I was looking on Kotaku the other day, and they had a picture of a gaming PC, and it's like yay big. For those of you who watched the video, it's like yay big. Like it's got a minifig next to it, and the minifig is over half the height.
And you say gaming like loosely, right?
Kinda. Yeah, it's nothing like what we have.
Because the article even says
we spent thousands of dollars on ours.
The article says it's essentially a Windows 8.1 laptop without the screen.
You have to have Windows 8.1 though.
But it's saying it's essentially, I mean, the specs, I guess.
Yeah, and it's like $700.
That's kind of pricey. Doesn't look real.
And that's like the low end. That's like 4 gigs of RAM. Yeah. But this is essentially an under the TV desktop PC that's about to become really popular.
Oh yeah, probably Steam machine.
Yes, this is a Steam machine before there are Steam machines just yet.
Yeah. Also the price still. I mean, $700. That's, I don't know.
Compared to what we paid.
It's true, but compared to I don't know, regular people who aren't crazy like us. Like I don't know. The fact
you can I think get a decent laptop for $500, right? I don't really follow, so I'm bullshitting a number.
You can get a pretty good laptop for around $500.
We'll bet the game on it, because didn't they say it was a gaming PC?
Yeah.
So yeah, what are you gonna get with? I mean, that's what the price of a good graphics card. Well, I'm sorry, I'm thinking 500.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this has what, a Radeon? I don't know anything about the Radeon.
I don't. I
graphic
know what
card.
NVIDIA does. I don't really follow.
Oh, is
AMDs.
right. I should probably have looked at this. I wonder if this is one of those APUs that they have that has both the on die and then essentially they SLI or crossfired or whatever.
There is it's a GPU. It's a R9 M75 M75X GPU paired with a A8 5575 APU.
Okay, yeah. So if that,
I don't know whether that's good or not.
Yeah, it's. I think it's okay, but I think what the thought is that if you can put that in with another compatible graphics card, you can essentially double the, or crossfire or whatever. I'm so bad with game on my MacBook Pro, so it's. I'm so far removed from actual reality. It's when it comes to gaming PCs.
Yeah, I don't know.
We pretty much follow in Intel, so like AMD. These numbers mean nothing to me.
Yeah, and Radeon with the I don't know. I mean, I know NVIDIA, so
yep.
I can't really tell if that's that good of a graphics card. But from what you're saying, it doesn't sound like it's anything
it's not terrible.
spectacular. Yeah, but I mean, there are like laptops now that aren't that expensive that are paired with, NVIDIA graphics cards, separate ones in them and stuff like that now. You're seeing those a lot more and more. I mean, so when I went to get my laptop, mine has a pretty good graphics card in it, actually. I could use it to game if I didn't have my awesome gaming rig. So, but yeah, it's definitely interesting. We're gonna, I think, see a lot more of these smaller formed PCs, and just probably gonna see one real soon that'll be cheaper. Someone trying to undercut it.
Hmm.
I mean, if you're gonna use this as like a kind of like a Steam machine ish, it should be. I mean, I think the Steam machine should be comparable to like the consoles, because that's
Well,
what you're. I
I
mean,
mean, you
kind of.
can. I've not actually done this myself, but you can stream from your gaming PC to something like this for your for your set top gaming
You could
needs.
also get NVIDIA Shield or the Shield tablet a lot cheaper and do the same thing.
True.
Which that tablet, I've been eyeing that tablet. That tablet looks mighty, but that's for another conversation. So yeah, I don't know. But that's why I'm saying, something. If you are gonna get something like this just to stream off of, your real gaming rig, why are you gonna pay $700 for something? I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I can absolutely see that.
Something like this, and all the way the Steam machines are, and I mean the way they initially announced the Steam machines sounded awesome, and then the way it's starting to come to fruition, and we're starting to see the concept not be what it was initially introduced as.
Well, it's more of the here's rows of Steam machines. They're not Steam machines. Wait,
Yeah,
what?
I
Then
mean,
make up your mind.
isn't there? Wasn't there a Steam machine or an X Steam machine, or I don't know, released with like Windows recently or something? I mean, I don't know. It's just it's ridiculous. It was a great concept, but I think it's just you got too many people involved, too many manufacturers wanting
Well,
to do things their own way and not wanting to play fair. I mean, unfortunately it seems very similar to the whole how Android is.
Well,
yeah,
especially in a world where the PlayStation TV, you can stream PS4 games off that, and that's like $100. You know,
Yeah.
that's that's like
yeah,
the perfect second bedroom or the perfect bedroom type of console for in my eyes. But that's they need to if you're going to be looking at the low end, that's where that low end needs to be. That low end needs to be like right there at like $99. That's kind of the sweet spot for something like that.
Yeah, you could get a PlayStation and a PlayStation 4 and a PlayStation TV for cheaper than this. Plus,
Yeah.
a game or two or whatever, and a year of PSN Plus, and I mean, so it's just stuff like this. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to aim for the more hardcore than casual audience, who that they know more than the casual, but they don't know enough to know that this is not that great.
yeah,
They've heard about Steam machines, but they don't really know too much about it, and maybe I don't know. It's just it's hard to really think of who this is like aimed for, like realistically. But
yeah. Actually, the whole reason I repeated it in the show notes was look how tiny it is. The thing is tiny.
yeah,
Uh, yeah.
I mean, as far
Uh,
as tiny goes, there's smaller little mini PCs out there, but yeah, I guess nothing that can play games.
I was about to do the whole my phone, but that's in the other room.
uh,
Um,
alright.
all right, it's my last topic. Um, I didn't know what show to put this in, so I put it here. Researchers have found, scientific researchers have found a way. Now, how do I word this? They have discovered the genetic recipe. I'll use the words here for regrowing limbs. Like they now see the similarity between lizards and mice and humans to regrow limbs. And my first thought is, did you guys not see Spider-Man? I mean, that's the exact premise of the first Spider-Man movie and the villain Lizard. Because,
Yeah.
hey, giant lizard.
I mean, that premise, of course, has been in the comics for way longer than the movie.
Way long,
so,
yes.
Yeah.
But it turns out it's actually maybe possible.
Maybe. I mean, in
So,
theory.
Stan Lee, you're a genius.
I mean, we all knew that. I mean, he never stopped telling us. I mean,
But like I actually found this on the Spider-Man subreddit, and it is a real science article. Lots of big words I'm not sure how to pronounce.
yeah, I think I saw maybe this on Engadget too. I think.
Could be.
Trying to look now to see, but yeah, I did see this somewhere though. Something about lizards, and I was like, I don't really care about lizards. So I just I wasn't looking at Spider-Man related stuff like you. Yeah, lizard's DNA might hold the key to here on Engadget. So yeah, I did see something, but yeah. Alrighty, that's interesting. Who knows though? I mean, they think, how many times have scientists thought they knew something and then turned out, oh no. I mean,
smelling farts reduces cancer.
Well, isn't that like one of the old axioms from like Asimov, or I think it may be Arthur C. Clarke, that if a elderly or a wizened scientist says that something is possible, he is very, very, very likely true. If he says something is impossible, he's very, very likely false. He's very likely wrong, or something like that. So that seems like right up the alley. So if they're saying it's possible, then Arthur C. Clarke says that they're probably right. So who am I to argue? But when they finally figure out how to regrow hair, I'll sit up and listen.
Yeah, I'm getting there. So.
Yeah, it's.
All right, that's all I got.
Alrighty. Let's see. Okay. Looks like, I guess, Microsoft is still supporting the 360.
Oh yeah, they will until the day after the PS3 is not supported.
Yeah, they said that long time ago. Yeah, but I as far as hardware goes though, I'm kind of shocked. I mean, they're just, I guess, announced or released. I don't know if you're able to buy this or not now. I'm looking. Yeah, I think coming soon. 500 gig hard drive for the 360. That's, I guess. I mean, I guess I could definitely see you wanting to change your hard drive out maybe now with games with gold. I mean,
Yeah.
racking up more games if you still play your 360. I mean, I'll go back to my 360 for some stuff, but I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna. I don't need a 500 gig. Plus, I had to buy another 320 because mine died like a month and a half ago. So that had really sucked. But the luckiest that, and that point of it dying, and then oh my god, all my saves. No, but luckily
when am I ever gonna play these games again?
Well, there's some games I'm gonna go back to, like Borderlands, for instance. There's still
yeah.
a bunch of DLC for that I haven't played through, and I need to, and that's the main thing I was most worried about. But luckily, somehow, some reason, I was smart enough to back it up to the cloud save. That was like one of the only things. So I was able to get my, I think, 2 main characters that I care about. So that's that's something. But and I think this is actually going to cost less than the 500 gigs costing less than the 320. But
Because that
compared
makes sense.
compared to compared to actual hard drives though, like all this is a laptop hard drive, and you could get for $110 you could get what, like at least up to a terabyte, 2 terabytes for laptop hard drives.
Yeah, something like that.
Like, it's ridiculous. It really is. I'm looking this up. 2 terabyte hard drive. But so I mean, just the fact that yeah, 84 bucks. 84 bucks, 85 bucks, just it's ridiculous. It really is. The fact that you know, it's not like it's something special. It's just a laptop hard drive. I really wish it was more like Sony, where you could just put any hard drive in. You can buy one and replace it, and
Yeah.
But at least they're letting us with the Xbox One have externals. Although the way they're doing that, but I'm not going to go on that.
You're stuck with it. You can't use everything else.
Unfortunately, I guess here's a topic that I didn't really know where to go with as well, Stuart. You said just leave it here. Looks like Activision is looking to do their own movie studio. Like, they're going to have their own movie studio and make movies.
I know there's the Assassin's Creed movie that's kind of in the works.
But that's not...
That's Ubisoft.
Yeah, that's Ubisoft.
Or Ubisoft.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
I guess the World of Warcraft movie.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking about that. I was like, well, doesn't technically Activision have like a, isn't the cinematics for
They're
World
called
of
Blizzard,
Warcraft
yeah.
and stuff? Yeah. Or isn't Blizzard cinematics supposed to be like movie
They're
quality?
like nothing we've ever seen. They're ahead of their time. They're so good.
I don't know. That seems interesting in some point, but I mean, it's. I don't know. I don't know about this.
Well, I've seen what they've done with some of their franchises, like Call of Duty. So I would hate to see what they do with a movie franchise. If they can annualize a video game, then who knows what they'll be able to do there.
They're going to make a Call of Duty movie because that's such an engaging story and such a unique story.
Yeah, well, a lot of people
that was sarcasm.
A lot of people are excited about this new one because it's got who is it?
House of Cards dude.
Kevin
Spacey.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, a lot of people are real excited and intrigued about it because Kevin Spacey's involved in it, and so maybe they're looking to I don't know, get big time actors involved in their games to get people more interested in the story, or I don't know. But I mean, you look at Microsoft, they opened up a studio to make TV shows and smaller content than big screen movies, and they're like trying to sell it now. They closed it down and they're trying to sell it off to somebody else now. So I'm kind of it's weird how all the gaming world is trying to kind of go touch into the other media markets, and some are Sony's got their thing where they're doing. And I don't know how I feel about this. It's kind of like I have my movies and I have my games. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I almost feel like Sony's thing is like a corporate synergy, whereas this is, they've already got the movie studio, but this is kind of like, why would you? Who in their right mind would start up a would start up a movie studio knowing how much it costs to make some of these movies? Which, granted, if you put out Call of Duty and it makes $1 billion in 48 hours or whatever it is
I would weep.
anymore. Yeah.
I would weep because
Well, maybe they're
entertainment's
expecting
dead.
maybe they're expecting tie-in, maybe movies to the games or something. I don't know. I mean, because if you can't get a small majority of the Call of Duty audience to go to the movies, that's a lot of money. So maybe that's their.
It's not like
I
they're
don't
not
know.
making a lot of money already.
I know. I'm trying to figure out why they're trying to do this. I don't understand. It's
Because
really-
money. When Guardians of the Galaxy is making how much money? Just gobs and gobs and gobs of money. Or take something like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles over the past weekend, where it wound up atop there. Yeah, I'm not talking about quality here. They definitely made some money on that.
Yeah, I understand that, but yeah, I don't know.
Now, if
Just
they
long
make
as
a
they don't kill my
Skylanders
childhood.
movie, we may talk.
Wouldn't it be funny though if like their first big movie ends up being pirated, like how Expendables 3 was? It ends up doing just as bad because I mean, that would just be funny, I think. But
Yes.
so yeah, we're starting to see more. I don't know, a lot more crossovers between movies and TV. It's not just
People still think video games movies can work.
I don't know. I don't know, but
And we as gamers want them to work. But they don't get the story that the games tell. They get some 2-bit, writer to just crap something out.
and some video game stories are way better than movies. I mean, and you're just able to get more from the game than you would a movie.
Yeah.
You're able to get. I mean, I don't know why why they keep on wanting to do like a Metal Gear Solid movie when like the last
It is
Metal
a
Gear
movie.
when Metal Gear Solid 4, like all the cutscenes and stuff, that's like a 5-season TV series just about. I mean, that there was just ridiculous amount of cutscenes. I mean, they were entertaining. I enjoyed them. They were great, but I mean, something like that, and I mean, cramming, maybe 10 hours of gameplay and however much cutscenes into, 2 hours. I just don't, I don't know. Just, I'm fine with, I don't know. It's just weird. It really is. It's not really going to affect me much, but, well, it may, because, more movies that I'm not interested in taking up my theater means less movies that I would be interested in not coming.
True.
So there we go. But that's something. Let's see. I have a couple filler stuff. Like Samsung just announced a interesting cable, which they've had cables where it's like you plug it into a power source and then I can charge my iPhone, I can charge my it's got the iPhone, the micro USB, mini USB, like whatever, just basically variety different for different devices and stuff, but there's never really been one that's like for like micro USB, which almost everything takes now. But
Yeah.
they've just come out with one one cable you can charge 3 devices, which it's a little expensive. It's $40. I'm not sure I'm going to be picking this up right away. I'll wait till maybe someone copies it or something, but I like the idea. I really do. I mean, definitely, especially when you're trying to charge stuff and you only, I have, I have enough cables to charge everything. It just don't have the outlet spaces to charge everything at once. I mean, so if I can just use one power brick outlet, with the cable to charge up to 3 things, and it's definitely saves. And I mean, it'll save outlets, and as a result save surge protectors and because it's a nightmare. I have like surge protector, and it's probably a fire hazard, but it's just the way it has to be because but so that's pretty cool, and it's kind of smart too. Like when you're charging one device, it'll output it'll output up to 2 amps charging if your phone supports that, and then if you do 2, it's 1 amp each, and then it decreases as the devices go, so it's not just a flat for all of them. It's not just like so
you won't be wasting energy on on the cable that's not being used.
Yeah, that, and if all you need at the moment is to charge your phone up, it'll charge your phone up quicker because instead of just at that slow same speed as it would versus when you're charging 3. So that's kind of cool. Like I said, that was just kind of a filler topic, but that I thought was interesting to throw in there. GameStop. They've reported, I think, $1.73 billion in Q2, the fiscal Q2.
Is that good or bad for them? I don't know.
That the hardware sales have gone up. It says hardware sales have gone up 124%. No shit, because there's new consoles people are buying. That, and there is that GameCubes for $20 thing going on. So no, but have you all seen that? Like they're selling GameCubes at GameStop now for like $20. Like that's the most random thing. Like I don't know, but I guess but anyway.
They've got to get rid of them somehow.
Yeah, true. They say software sales have gone up, as well. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of a little upset that GameStop's doing way better now. I would have thought with these new console generations we would have seen not a huge dip, but maybe just a little dip. Now that like for instance, I buy everything digital now if I can help it. I mean, I just don't want to deal with a disc. All the issues with the disc. Yeah, I don't care. If the people who are like, oh well, what if you want to sell? I don't care about that. I'll just
uninstall.
Yeah, uninstall, and yeah, I don't have to worry about the disc being scratched or something happening or whatever it being
You'll
stolen.
loan it to a friend and they destroy it. Yep, that doesn't happen.
Exactly. So I thought there would be maybe just a little bit of a dip, just because the fact that you can, just the fact that you can get them digitally now, and it's a lot easier because you can wake up and be like, oh, Diablo is Diablo whatever Ultimate Edition is now on available for consoles. I can buy that versus having to make a separate trip to GameStop or wherever, and so
it's Diablo 3 Reaver of Souls Evil Edition, and you have to say that every time you want to start the game, which that's what I hear.
Ultimate Evil Edition.
Ultimate Evil Edition, yes. You have to say the full title.
Full title.
Xbox, go to Diablo 3 Reaver of Souls Ultimate Evil Edition. That's a mouthful.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Well, and I think that probably it'll wind up, if going into your next topic, I think that will be kind of the next thing that that really, at least I hope, will drive something like that, especially with something like Destiny coming out. That's the big one for me. When I pre-ordered that digitally, knowing that at 3 a.m. it'll be there, and I won't have to go out. I'm not going to have to worry about downloading it at midnight or whenever it starts to.
When everybody else is.
when everyone else is. Yeah, that's just
Exactly. And so the next topic, well, I think it's the last one.
Yes.
Yeah. Is the Xbox One now supporting preloading? Which, yeah, that's definitely going to help because say unless you I don't know, unless you want maybe like a special edition or something like that. I don't know. Which hopefully we'll start to see these like special editions come digitally. At least the ones that come with like in
The free stuff.
in-game stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, at least for the now, like for right now, Xbox One, you can buy Madden NFL 15. I don't know why you would, but you can do that, and you can download it.
Some people are excited.
You can download it already. And Stuart, you could have access, EA access to play. I think 6 hours of that.
Yeah, for free, I think. So
Yeah.
I'll play a game and then never play again.
But yeah, when it hits 12:01 Pacific time, which they're gonna have to change that. That's gonna I don't know. That's
Well, they're based out of Redmond, so that's
yeah, but they're gonna have to do something about that because there's a lot of people who like say when the Call of Duty game comes out or whatever, people could instead of waiting 2 hours or 3 hours or however wherever their time zone is, they could just go down and buy it and come back and play it versus having to wait till 12:01 Pacific time.
yeah. But I will say this about Madden 15, that trailer was pretty cool.
I love that trailer. That
That's
was
a pretty cool
it
trailer.
was hilarious. But Kevin Hart, everyone loves Kevin Hart.
Yeah, that's a
So, but yeah, I'm excited about this. I really am. I swear they said they were going to do this with Titanfall, and then it just never happened. For whatever reason.
I think I remember that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So finally, it's happening, and hopefully, like I said, we'll start getting digital, equivalent to like
Digital exclusives.
digital exclusives or to like the special editions, like how the Call of Duties have like the hardened edition, which is like $10 more and you get this and this, and hopefully we'll get comparable versions where you get the pre-order bonuses or do the digital stuff anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as it goes for me, I've got enough crap. I don't need, a giant statue of Kevin Spacey or whatever they're offering and stuff like that.
no more cat helmets.
Yeah. So that's that. It's great. Hopefully, hopefully it will be for every game from now on, not just Madden. But I don't see any reports of any other games. So
FIFA 15, Forza Horizon 2.
Oh, okay. Back to in September.
Sunset Overdrive, and
Sunset
that's
Overdrive.
it for right now.
Yeah. So. Yeah. And that's it for me, I guess. I've been looking at my feed and nothing else has really popped up, so I guess that's it for the show. Thanks for coming on, Andrew.
Definitely. Thanks for having me.
Do you have any shout outs or anything you want to pimp your podcast out or whatever?
Yeah, just listen to All Talk Podcast. You can find it on iTunes. You can find us on Twitter as well, and I usually try and tweet it out there at All Talk Podcast. But you can find us there. I know we had a decent PT discussion there, and I thought that I realized after the fact I was like, oh crap, I did play PT. But
we can talk about that real quick.
I was going to say it's scary. That's what you need. Oh man, there's nothing like really realizing that you needed to, or that when you go out, you tell your wife, okay, I'm going to go get something to drink real quick. And then I'm going to come back. We're going to turn the lights out, and I'm going to play this game. And it's this Hideo Kojima, Guillermo del Toro playable teaser that they announced at Gamescom, which is a preview for, or a teaser for this new Silent Hills game that's not going to be, that has nothing to do with the game. But yeah, we both screamed to varying volumes, but that was it was terrifying. It was very unsettling. It was very much in that kind of Spanish horror, kind of the Orphanage, the Others, Pan's Labyrinth, that type of creepy horror type of vibe there. The Pale Man from Pan's Labyrinth would have been very at home in this setting.
And William, before you even say anything, no.
Well, you don't have to PS4, so yeah. But I just hope the game's scarier than the actual teaser, because that will just be a disappointment. Because from what I've heard, that it's just so scary, this teaser.
Yeah, it's and the thing that I started
and it's
doing
walking
recently,
down a hallway, isn't it?
It is, and it loops around this same hallway. But
Well, it's a fantastic looking hallway.
It's the Fox engine, and so no. Something that I recently started doing was actually playing with like my earbuds plugged into the remote or into the controller, the DualShock 4, and it just changes the sound so much because I don't have a surround sound hooked up to my PlayStation 4, and it completely has changed my gaming experience. So just all of the little ambient sounds, and hearing it they've literally made it sound like someone is right behind you doing heavy breathing, and this toddler giggling off somewhere, and you can't quite tell where it is. It's
that sounds creepy right there.
It is.
That sounds more creepy than someone breathing behind you, like the toddler giggling.
Well, I think it was Stephen King said once that I don't know why, but someone laughing when something terrifying is happening is infinitely more unsettling than someone crying. So,
and he's right.
And he's right. So
yeah.
that's it.
Alrighty, and in the show notes we'll link to your Twitter and your podcast, so our listeners can just go to the website and get the links there. And also, if you want to see, speaking of being scared, Stuart did a video recently. I as a good friend gave him a gift. I gave him I bought a game for him, and he did a video on it, Outlast, and that video was totally worth it. Oh, I'm hoping for more. I really am.
No. Oh.
Video was only 30 minutes, but it was good. It really just Stuart. Wow, I never really knew how scared you are.
Yes, I don't like horror games. There's a reason that I scream like a girl when that stuff popped out, because I don't do that stuff.
Yeah. And it actually, I finally picked it up for myself as well after watching so many people. I've watched so many people play it, and I haven't watched people play it all the way through. I've just watched different people play the first parts of it. And yeah, it's definitely a scary game. So I don't think I'm gonna do a video on it though, because Stuart's already done that, and hopefully he'll do more. But I'm hoping for more, Stuart. So
you should do Five Nights at Freddy's.
I'm going to do that. Yes, I have that game already, and I did do a video on that, but it definitely didn't pan through. And I guess I could have talked about that too, but oh well. But yeah, this is episode 189 of the Geeks for the Win podcast, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Alrighty. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that, using Reddit with sports.
Yeah, that's the more that I think about it, that's like, oh damn. Well, and I've not picked up an Xbox One yet, so that's there are a few things that have made me really really think about it. So it's yeah, it's definitely tempting.
Yeah.
Do you want this file in MP3, WAV, FLAC, OGG Vorbis?
um, Wave if possible.
WAV if possible. Okay, I'll do a WAV. Save it to my desktop. Okay, I've got that saved in now. Do you have a place where you want me to upload that to, or I don't even know how big this is going to wind up being.
Stuart?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. Probably should have thought of that ahead of time.
I might be able to.
Let's see, how big was mine?
Yeah, I'm saving mine to see.
734 megs.
Whew.
I might be able to. You know what? I might be able to hold it out on. Yeah, I think I'll be able to put it out on my web server. I'll FTP it there, and then I've got quote unquote free or unlimited storage.
Yeah, we do too.
Well, and I had to when we did our hosting, I made the kind of CMS all myself and everything, and did the podcast or the RSS generator, and I had to do so much with it in C# to get it working right. And then when Apple changed how they wanted things to submit to the store, it was like, well, that was fun while it lasted, and I had to go back and figure out how to make it resume so that it can like stream off of iTunes now, like through podcast apps and everything. It's just,
I have no idea what you just said, but okay.
yeah,
we use WordPress for our site, and we got a plugin that makes RSS feeds, and it's attached to our server. So, that
Sure.
may be the dumbed down version. But
yeah, I did it the hard way.
Okay.
Is the only thing.
Yeah, the only thing I could have thought of was changing our Dropbox temporarily for you to use, or
Right. Well, it says it'll take about 25 minutes. So, when you, I might be able to get I can't remember exactly how this stuff works, which sounds bad, but
I don't know how anything ever worked. I learn as I go through. Like, we've had so many people in our network ask me for help with, I've had to help other people with their sites and set up RSS feeds and stuff and all that. They think I'm some big expert, and it's just like, I'm learning as I do this. So
Your website looks so cool. Make one just like this. It's a template, dude. We clicked a button.
I mean, we did.
That's
We have tweaked it, but yeah, basically it's just template. Bad. You said yours is 700 megs, Stuart?
Yeah.
Mine's half that.
yeah, mine's like 385.
Maybe you're recording at a higher rate?
Could be.
I don't know.
1400 kilobytes, or yeah, per second bit rate. So many tabs open.
And yeah, Stuart, I've watched that video at least twice of you playing Outlast.
Yeah, I really scared myself playing that game.
Well, even I like because that was a free PS Plus game when PS4 came out, and even I started that up. It's still sitting on the hard drive, and even I noped it right on out of that. So
Yeah, there's one that I've played, the Five Nights at Freddy's I've played. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
no, that's a new one on me.
It's kind of in beta. It's basically it's at like a kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese like restaurant at night, and you're in like the manager's office, like and you just switching between camera feeds, and if you don't pay attention, if you and you only have so much like power, like if you use the power so much, it goes down. I mean, it drops down, and the like animatronic duck and whatever else animals, they move and they slowly come towards you, and they'll come get at all. It's scary. It's definitely intenseful, but I mean, I'm not like Stuart. He hates that stuff. Like it's just he can't not handle it. But me, I'm just like, jump scare happens, I'm
Yeah.
laughing. I'm scared, but I'm laughing immediately after, just because I don't know. I like that stuff.
There's one guy that I podcast with that he gets more scared than I even do. So we did this thing where he streamed, or I think maybe I streamed Amnesia, The Dark Descent, and then he streamed it. I was just frustrated because I was constantly fighting the controls, and then he streamed it, and he got like genuinely scared playing it. So I was just so we had like two completely different experiences.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got the got this. It's still uploading, but I'm sending you the link that you can download this. So, but it'll be another like 25 minutes or so.
Alrighty.
So, well, thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks
I'm
for
gonna have
coming
to.
on.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. So, I'll. Yeah, if you ever need someone to pinch hit for you, just let me know, and if I'm available, I'll definitely. You guys are pretty cool, and I'll hang out with you on the Googles anytime.
Alrighty, cool.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, thanks.
Take it easy. Alrighty. Yeah.